Can you just imagine the peacefulness and serenity of your mind when you get a nice cup of tea, hot steaming tea in this rainy season with a crispy, flavorful paratha? So this is what I've got for you, 5 different type of quick parathas, no stuffing parathas, which can be enjoyed in tiffin or with a cup of tea. Do try them and let me know how it turned out. Hey guys, I'm Subhankari and I welcome you all to my channel Su's Food Corner English. I hope you all are doing great in your lives. If you are new to my page, do subscribe to my page and do not forget to tap the bell button. Thank you all for loving my channel so much and liking my videos. So let's begin with this recipe. So first recipe I'll be making is of Hing Methi Paratha. Awesome flavor and great combination. So for this I'll be taking here 1.5 cup of whole wheat flour or atta, and to it I'll be adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt and Asafoetida or Hing around 1/4 teaspoon, and then goes some Kasuri Methi or dried Fenugreek leaves. This goes in, and oil I'll be adding 1 tablespoon, and then I'll mix all these ingredients. This flavor of paratha resembles very close to what of we get in kachoris, but we'll be making it in a healthy version form of paratha. Now I'll be adding water little by little to make a smooth dough. This is how it should look like. So after the dough is ready, I'll apply some oil on top of it so that it doesn't dry out, and then I'll cover it and keep it for around 10 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes is good, 10 minutes is okay. And after 10 minutes, here my dough is perfectly set. So just knead it. It's very important. After 10 minutes we need to knead the dough. And now I have squeezed a medium size of dough ball. This amount of dough can make 4 medium size parathas. This it is done. I'll just dust it with some dry flour. I have sprinkled some dry flour on the rolling pin, on the rolling surface, and then I'll roll it smoothly to make a paratha, spiral shape paratha. It's around 15 centimeter in diameter, and you can see the fenugreek leaves that gives a perfect texture and the flavor. You will be in love with the flavor, same flavor of kachori but in a healthy way. I've rolled it smooth and I'll dust the excess flour. I've heated a pan, an iron pan in medium flame, added the paratha, and after a few seconds I'll flip it, add some oil and make sure the flame is medium. Initially we'll cook it in medium so that it is nicely cooked, and once I flip it second time, increase the flame, apply some more oil. You can also add some butter or ghee here and press it on the sides, and our delicious flavored Hing kachori paratha or Hing Methi paratha is ready. Here it's it, and as I had said, this goes best with some steaming cup of tea. My tea is also done. Let's see our next recipe of paratha. It's one of my favorites. It's called chili garlic paratha, desi style chili garlic paratha. Here I have taken 10 to 12 garlic cloves. I have grated them. You can also mash them. Green chilies according to taste you can take, but make sure you chop them very small. I'll add some coriander leaves, and 2 tablespoons of oil goes in, cooking oil, and here I have added 2 pinch of salt. You can also add some melted butter here instead of oil and salt, but I am making it in desi way. So here give it a mix. The mixture is ready. Keep it aside and let's prepare the dough. So for here I have taken again whole wheat flour 1.5 cups, 2 pinch of salt goes in, and normal water at room temperature I'll be using to knead and to make a smooth dough. This is the basic roti dough that we make in our homes. I'll cover it and give it rest for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes our dough is ready to work on. Roll the dough ball in dry flour on both sides, and then I'll start to roll it out. First I'll roll it in lengthwise, then breadthwise. Basically we need a square shape, something like this, and once it's done I'll apply the prepared mixture of garlic and oil that we had made. Then after I have spread it uniformly, I'll sprinkle some dry flour, and then I'll bring both the sides in this way. Again I'll bring it lengthwise, and then from bottom in this way, and I'll sprinkle some flour on both parts from down and bottom again. Basically this is done so that it doesn't stick to the rolling surface. Apply some dry flour on the rolling surface also, and again I'll press it gently lengthwise and then breadthwise slightly. Do not apply more pressure, so that this paratha is ready in this way. It's somewhat like a square shape paratha, and in medium flame I'll first cook them wait for few seconds and then flip them again in medium flame. Once it's done, I'll apply some oil. You can also add some butter, as I said. Till now the flame is medium so that this paratha can cook nicely from inside. And again, when second time we'll flip, I'll increase the flame, apply oil on both sides, and I'll roast them, cook them till they are nice and golden crispy. It will take 2 to 3 minutes max, and our delicious desi chili garlic paratha is ready. As I said, best goes with some hot tea. So here I have served with some hot tea. Enjoy. My next paratha on the list is onion paratha, very basic paratha. Here I have taken 1.5 cup of whole wheat flour again, 2 pinch of salt, that's mandatory. I have taken one medium size onion, finely I have chopped it, 2 green chilli I have added, you can add according to your taste. Chaat powder, 1 teaspoon goes in, red chilli powder 1 teaspoon goes in. Red chilli powder amount you can again adjust, and the special twing is black salt, half teaspoon, and some oil I have added. Everything I have added, we need to add in this dough, and first I'll mix the dry ingredients, pressing the onion, squishing it so that it releases its moisture, and after 1 minute or so I'll add water little by little to make a smooth dough. Make sure you knead this a bit dry because onions will release their moisture. And after it's done, I'll just apply some oil on top of it, cover it and let it rest for around 10 minutes. It's mandatory for every paratha recipe, that gives the resting time and the dough is nicely set. And after 10 minutes, same process, I'll squeeze out a medium sized dough ball, and as I said, 4 parathas can be made from 1.5 cups of dry flour. So accordingly you can adjust, roll it smooth, make a round shape ball, this dough ball in dry flour so that both sides are nicely coated, and press gently with hands in this way to give the initial shape because we have onions. So initially we just need to give it a shape and then roll out nice and smooth. You can see the onions have started to show this texture because it will be visible once we roll it thin. And now let's cook it. So for that I have heated the pan on medium flame. This goes in, wait for around 1 minute on medium flame because these onions, these needs to release their moisture. After 45 seconds to 1 minute, flip it off in medium flame. Let the other side also cook and apply some oil and start pressing it because these onions, they will be caramelized and give a very sweet flavor. You can see here the texture, it will start to change. So apply on both sides, and after applying oil, I'll use the spatula to press it, and in a minute or two this paratha will be ready. You can see how simple, but the flavor is entirely different. So this goes in, and here I have 1 cup of steaming hot tea. Next paratha on my list is get simple but tasty, that's the ajwain paratha. Here I have taken some ajwain or carom seeds, around 1/4 teaspoon, very little amount, and I need to rub them between my palms so that they release their freshness and release their smell. So this I'll add to a bowl, and suji I have taken semolina 3 tablespoons, salt 1/4 teaspoon, and water 1/4 cup, oil 2 tablespoon I'll be adding in this. Give it a mix and let it soak all these ingredients for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes this semolina has absorbed the moisture that is required. Give it a mix, and to this I will be adding whole wheat flour 1.5 cups, and I'll mix all the semolina mixture with this atta or whole wheat flour, and then I'll add required amount of water. Very little bit amount of water will be required because already we had added water. And to make a smooth dough, I'll knead it, apply some oil on top, cover it and let it rest for 10 minutes. This process is mandatory for every paratha. Dough always needs resting. So here after 10 minutes, knead it again, and our dough is ready to roll out this beautiful ajwain paratha. The semolina we had added will give a nice texture and taste to this paratha, especially it can be more crispier. So here the dough ball is ready. Again I'll just roll this dough ball in dried flour so that it can be nicely covered. Press it as I had said to give the initial shape, and then I'll roll it out around 10 to 12 centimeter as we make of normal rotis. And then once it's done, I'll apply some oil, sprinkle some dry flour, and I will uniformly mix this. This is done, and some amount of oil will be left in my hands. This I'll just coat it in the other layer. fold it in this way in semicircle exactly half and apply the oil in this layer that is left in a hand and press both the ends. Again I'll just give it a triangle from this is it. Press gently the edges and again I'll roll this in dry flour and let's make the famous triangle paratha but with a twist. So all the edges you just need to draw it to yourself in this way, apply pressure on the edges and bring it back towards you. In this way we can roll out a perfect triangle shaped paratha. Once done, I'll cook it in medium heated pan and once it's heated I'll flip it up, same procedure, but as we had applied oil in the middle layers perfectly and sprinkle some dry flour, the second time when I flip it this will nicely puff. And the best part of this paratha is that the crispiness of the suji will give a very nice texture and each layer can be separately drawn out. I'll just show you. So this is done, my triangle paratha is ready but with a twist, and the layers you can see there are 4 layers which can be beautifully distinguished. Delicious ajwain flavor paratha is done. Serve it hot with some chai. You can pack it tiffin for your babies or adults can also take them. Enjoy this paratha. And my final paratha is the best quick masala paratha recipe. So for this I have taken here one medium size of onion that I have finely chopped. This goes in a ball and to this I will be adding some green chilies according to your taste. You can add grated ginger 1 teaspoon. This gives a very peculiar flavor, and curry leaves 2 tablespoons I have finely chopped. You will enjoy the flavor of this paratha. Resembles very near to pakoras but in a very healthy way. Here I have taken half cup of gram flour besan. It's normal plain besan. So it's done, and in a separate bowl I'll be adding 1.5 cup of whole wheat, 2 pinch salt. Basically we'll be making a roti dough. Water to knead, simple plain flour, some salt and water. It's done. We'll knead it nicely and give it rest for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes the dough is done. As they said, it's a basic dough that we make for roti and paratha. I'll squeeze a medium sized ball, roll it in dry flour and press it gently, and I'll just roll out to a nice shape of a roti. As I said, around 10 to 12 centimeter in diameter. It should be nice thin and uniform. So it's done here, and to this first I'll sprinkle it the gram flour besan uniformly. I'll sprinkle it some red chilli powder according to taste you can add, and some turmeric powder, little bit amount of turmeric powder, just a pinch for one paratha. We don't want a typical turmeric flavor. Give it a mix, uniformly spread it, and to this I'll be adding the onion and curry leaves mixture. This goes in, spread it, and some oil I'll be adding around half teaspoon, and press all the things slightly here so that the oil can be absorbed by the dry besan or gram flour, and start giving pleats from bottom in a very rough way. We don't need a very finished way because all these parathas are very basics, and just roll it from one end in this way till it forms a round circle and pinch the last part at bottom in this way. As I said, a very rough because we want the texture of these onions and this curry leaves to be present. Very raw form we'll be making. Press it once it's done and start rolling it gently. You can see the layers that we had made. This will give a very perfect texture and crunch to this paratha. If you want, you can also sprinkle some dried fruit, but it's okay because we had applied some oil and this helps to roll them. And it's done. And now carefully lift it, and this goes on a medium heated pan for around 1 minute because this onions needs to be cooked. And again in medium flame I'll flip it. Maximum when you cook both ends of paratha, as I repeatedly said, the flame should be medium. And I've applied some oil, and second time when I'll flip, you can increase the flame because medium flame initially helps to cook, and then we increase the flame after flipping for second time. It gives the lovely color exactly as my paratha has got a beautiful nice golden color. It's super crispy and is ready to be served with a steaming cup of tea. So all my parathas are done, and as I said, the best combi is with 1 cup of steaming hot tea. And as you can see in my video, imagine a place, a soothing corner in your home, in your good space, with a nice cup of tea and a super crispy and flavorful paratha, as you can see. And here I'll pour this tea so that you can enjoy the flavors in a healthy way, especially the kachori flavor, the pakoda flavor, any flavor you can choose. Do enjoy these parathas and let me know which one among them is your favorites. I hope you have liked my effort and this video. If you have loved this video, do give it a thumbs up, share with your family and friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my page. See you in next video. Till then, stay safe, love life, and happy fooding.